Hello, I'm Geraldine Scissorhands, and we're making a video today. Um, so I just want to talk about, like, before anything, there's probably gonna be like a trigger because this is gonna talk about like suicidal, like, behaviors, I guess. So we're just gonna talk about the whole thing with um Logan Paul, or whatever the fuck that YouTuber's name is. Um, so you probably all have heard a couple weeks ago, months ago, um, where he recorded that video, and it was of a person who had committed suicide, and he had a whole bunch of backlash on it. He made a video, and I just saw it like right now on Snapchat, and it actually made me fucking cry. Like, it really made me cry. I'm sorry. It actually made me cry because not because of what he was doing, but the person he interviewed, which I already seen a video of, which made me cry when I watched it, but he explained it a little bit more, I guess, with Logan. I'm sorry, my back is like killing me. So he talks about him wanting, being really suicidal, and he came to a point where he jumped off the, um, Golden State or some shit. So, and he was really sad. And he said the moment that his hands and feet left the railing of the bridge, he wasn't thinking about his sadness, and he wasn't thinking about anything. He was just thinking, this is the biggest mistake I've ever done. Of course, he survived, but he was really sad. And so, I felt like we should talk more about that as a whole, because there's so many people that are living and that don't feel like living anymore. And like, in the guy's particular case, he had schizophrenia, which, if you guys don't know, it's like, it's mental illness. And yeah, that's what he had. And he had anxiety and depression from all of that. And the reason his case like hit me, I guess, hard, was just the fact that we have a lot in common. Not the schizophrenia part, but the fact that he felt so suicidal, and he did not know he didn't know how to find help. So I just thought I would share my opinion on it, just because I've gone through some things like that. I think Logan Paul is actually doing a really good job, if he actually means it or not. The fact that he's famous and that he's doing this whole thing is actually really good. I mean, from my personal experience, the fact that someone can be so sad that they want to kill themselves. Right now, I'm saying that's really sad, but I've gone through the points a lot, actually, where I have months where I feel fine, and then out of nowhere I'll feel so sad that I want to kill myself. And I have had those feelings, and they come and go. And a part they didn't really talk about is that they can really mess up your relationships, friendship, romantically. You can get distant from people. Like, your friends, you can really stop like hanging out with them, and you can distance yourself. At least in my experience, I distance myself from people. It messes up your your personal relationships. Also, from my experience, I tend to not trust people, I guess. And I tend to not tell people what's going on with me because I've always had this thing where it's like they have their own issues. Why would you need to put your issues on their shoulders when they already have their own thing and you don't want to hurt them? That's really it. It affects other parts of yourself, and I know it's hard for some people to actually understand and be like, how can someone be so sad that they think that's the only way they can get out of feeling that way? And like I said, I felt like that before, and it's hard to feel that way because people get so tired of feeling so sad, and you just don't want to feel at all. Because sometimes those periods of times where you feel okay, it seems so small. Like the amount of time you feel happy is like cut short, and the times when you do feel sad, it seems like such a big gap, I guess, between when you do feel sad and when you do feel fine. And it just you I don't even know how to explain it because and the fact that some people can actually, going back to Logan Paul, he took it as a joke. Other people don't take what you're feeling seriously and they don't make it valid. I don't need your validation to tell me how sad I feel because it's something that you'll never understand because you don't go through it. You haven't gone through it and you don't understand what I'm feeling. And it's like me telling someone who has certain preferences, why do you like girls who are older than you, or why do you like the same sex? Like, you don't understand because you're not living through it. You haven't, and you can't say, and it's not fair to someone to not think of your feelings as something valid because it's not what they feel, and it's not something that they've gone through. You can't do that. That's being really insensitive, and you're making people feel worse than they already do, because in a lot of cases people don't tell other people because it's something they think they can handle on their own, and sometimes you really just can't. And I don't know what else to say.